Hey everybody, happy Halloween. I thought I'd do a Halloween-y type game. I'm going to be playing Maniac Mansion for the Nintendo. I'm going to mention that specifically because this game was actually made for several platforms, and the Nintendo version was probably the most censored version. But it's also the version I grew up with, so. You'll also notice that I have kind of a strange in-game menu showing up. For anyone who knows me, I despise emulators, but unfortunately, my none of my recorders will work with my Messiah, which is a remake of the Nintendo. And my Nintendo is way too fragile. I'm not pulling it out, and so my only option is the Retron 5, which, if anyone knows what that is, it's the it plays a bunch of older games like Nintendo, Super Nintendo, stuff like that. But it's kind of an emulator in itself. And another surprise I have for you guys today is somebody who left us for quite some time.
I left is a strong term, but just in case you guys have forgotten who I am, my name is Icon. I get around these parts occasionally.
So anyways, let's get going on Maniac Mansion. I'm also going to mention this is not a walkthrough. I'm going to say this is not a walkthrough. This is a let's play. There are plenty of walkthroughs, I'm sure, on this game. I'm going to be playing it, as a normal player would, not rushing through it, telling you everything possible. So, if that's what you're after, I would strongly suggest finding somebody else.
So this was Lucasfilm?
Yep. I actually don't know if there was a movie. I played. This is probably my favorite Nintendo. This was my favorite Nintendo game growing up. I played this one so much that I actually broke the cartridge. I still have the original broken one, and I have another one, but
Oh, so 1998. I was going to say, that answers the question I had about what year it was made.
yeah. But like I said, this was actually the more censored version. There, for the most part, it was just commentary that was censored out in the game, like inappropriate commentary, like for a good time, call Edna, things like that. And then there were a couple deaths, I think, censored out, but I am going to show off as much as I can, especially in the first playthrough, because there are multiple endings of the game, and I don't know if I'm going to get to all of them. In fact, I haven't actually seen all of them myself. I looked up a walkthrough before I started recording just to make sure I got everything in my mind correctly, because it has been quite some time since I've played, but there was one I didn't actually know you could do, and I'll mention it later, so I really want to see what happens. I am going to attempt it. It's probably the hardest ending, actually. So, this game is... The point is, a girl named Sandy has been kidnapped, and Dave here is Sandy's boyfriend. He's the organizer of the rescue. So we have to rescue Sandy from the mansion that it showed at the beginning of the game. There.
Is there a maniac in the mansion?
Yes, there actually is. There's quite a few. So we have to choose two more kids, and the funny, they all have different skill sets for the most part, and they all interact with the people and differently, and they have different. Some of them have their own endings, I guess you could say. So we'll go through them all. We have Razor, leader of the band, Razor and the Scumettes. Bernard, Geek Award winner and Physics Club president. Sid, aspiring musician who hopes to start his own band. Wendy, waiting for her first break as a novelist. Jeff lives on the beach, answers to surfer dude. And Michael, ace photographer for the college newspaper. Actually, all of those, except for Dave's comment and Jeff's comment, are all really helpful on knowing their skills. Michael knows photography, Wendy's a writer, Sid and what's her name, Razor, are both musicians, and Bernard's a nerd. The thing about Jeff is he doesn't have any unique skills to my knowledge. He actually shares skills with Dave and Bernard, because Bernard is able to fix things that are broken, and Jeff can as well if he's got the right tools. Other than that, I don't think he has his own special ending or any special skills. I think he's just there kind of for comical factor. But as far as my favorite goes, it's totally Bernard. He has by far the most interesting reactions to several things in the house. He's got unique reactions. He can fix everything that's broken with the right tools, and he's got his own ending. In fact, his ending also kind of mixes with some others. Sid and Razor, I think, pretty much the same. I know Sid can do something specific, and I'll probably pick him just so I can show it off. Wendy has her own ending because she's a writer. She can do something specific in the game. And Michael, since he's a photographer, he knows how to develop film, which actually comes in handy a couple times. But I don't know if I need him for a specific ending. I can't remember. It's been a while, but there's some parts of the mansion. There's one part of the mansion that only Michael can work. But so I think what I'm gonna do is bring Bernard and Sid. That should be good for now. So we'll get started. I know it's kind of a long intro for a silly Nintendo game. Okay. Oh, you can read this.
Okay, this looks like the old mansion. I'm sure I saw Dr. Fred take Sandy here. It's up to us to get her out. This could be dangerous. If anyone wants out...
Okay, I'm out of here.
Bernard, don't be a tuna head.
He's the only one who will run away.
It's Sandy we're talking about.
Okay. Let's do it. So, how do we get in the mansion?
We can try looking for a key under the doormat.
Yeah, like that'll work.
It works every other time. Okay, let's go rescue Sandy.
So, actually, Bernard's the only one who has the reaction of running away. That always amuses me. Everyone else is just like, yeah, whatever. I think, like, Razor's like, I think Dr. Fred is hot. And Jeff's like, I thought we were going to the beach. And I don't remember what the others say. But... So anyways, this genre of games, this genre of adventure games was never very popular, but I actually really like them. And Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis is another one I know of that's the same style, where they've got all these verbs down here, and then your inventory down below it, so you can interact using the verbs on the inventory or things on the screen, like you can say read, sign. Warning.
Sorry, trespassers will be horribly mutilated.
Oh, well, that doesn't sound good. Also, there's a couple of events that are timed in the game. There's events that'll keep happening, but there's only one really, really important event that we need to make sure we handle that is timed. So I might rush a little to get started, but I'll catch up. So here we have the front door. We have the mat and some bushes and a mailbox and the doorbell. Maybe they'll just let us in. Let's just, I don't know, push the doorbell. We're here to rescue Sandy. Ding dong. Oh. Oh, the doorbell. I wonder if that's my package. Now that's the game's hint that something might be arriving. So this is one of those games also that you benefit a lot from replay value. Especially with all the different endings, if you can figure them out. I guess while we're waiting for him to come answer the door, the other command out in here that's interesting is new kid. You can actually switch between the kids this way. Alright, come on, dude.
Where are they?
How long does it take him to get downstairs? Oh, here he goes. Can't you read the sign? Now get out of here! Yeah, there's no penalty for doing that.
He's very blue. I don't know if you're aware of that.
This is why I wanted you to co-comment. Okay. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna be playing Bernard. I keep wanting to say Barnard for some reason, and I don't know why. Bernard. We're gonna be playing Bernard most of the game, but we have Sid needs to do something very specific for now. His goal is to stand right here and wait for that package.
Is he just gonna intercept the package?
He is. So we're gonna leave him there for a while. I have jobs for everybody, so like I said, I'm not playing perfectly. I'm playing, you know, I'm playing how I used to play and how, like, I guess a normal player would be playing. So I could beat this game very quickly if I wanted to. In fact, I think last Halloween I sat down with Helper and beat it in 20 minutes or something like that. Like rushing through, doing the easiest ending. I'm not doing that. Oh look, there's a key under the doormat. Let's get the key.
I gotta say, I am guilty of that. I got real missed at some point, and I was like, okay, I know how to beat this game in 5 minutes. I just want to mark it beat on my backloggery.
Oops. I just said open door by accident, so we need to use... Yeah, because I'm using the Retron 5, the actions on my cursor are slightly delayed, and you'll hear all that obnoxious clicking. I hate it. Okay, so I'm going to have Bernard hide in here real quick. Don't worry, I'm going to come back and show off all this other stuff I'm skipping. It's just I want to do something at the beginning while I have the chance. And so Bernard's got the key. It's very important on who has what, by the way. Everyone's got a CD player. It's actually the music. Yeah, we can't hear it very well because I have the sound turned down on our end, but everyone else has their own like theme song that's playing, so if you don't like a specific one, you can turn it off.
So I think I understand this game. I think it's pretty much you just walk around an empty house and nothing happens. Is that the gist of it?
Want some food, dearie? I got you. I can never read that in time. Yes, an empty house. I have half a good mind to talk to my husband. You probably already have half a mind. Alright, so now Dave has accomplished his goal. He's been thrown in jail, and he's going to be here the rest of the game.
Wait, he just let her throw him in jail? Like, he could have just walked out the door while she was talking.
Well, I can't move. Okay, so the thing about the jail... Actually, you know what? I'm going to walk all the way to the end here. Oh, look! It says Secret Lab. It's spelled wrong. S-E-C-K-R-I-T.
It's a secret lab.
Secret Lab. So here we have the Secret Lab with the outer door, top padlock and bottom padlock. Obviously we have no way of getting to that right now, but we need to be here eventually. Now, the thing that's interesting about this dungeon is you can get all 3 kids in this dungeon, but there's a loose brick. Oh, there it is. You can push this loose brick, and you'll hear a door opening. So what you would do is eventually that door is going to close. If you have 2 kids, you can have one next to the door, and then Dave pushes a loose brick, and then you switch quickly to the other kid, and then get him out. Most likely I will be caught again. There's one part of the game that's difficult to get around, so... But that's how you get out. So anyways, now that the kitchen is clear, we'll go investigate the kitchen. Yeah, the other thing is you have to be careful, because if you have Dave with the key, and he gets caught, and you need to get back to the front door, because they will come back and close that front door and lock it, you will have to go back down into the basement to get the key from Dave. Alright, so now we got the stove. I don't think there's a way to look at things unless they have something specific to say. I see some very dull knives. Let's get some very dull knives. Oh, they're glued to the wall.
That's cheap.
That was some blood. Yuck. The chainsaw?
Who keeps a chainsaw in the kitchen?
With all that blood. Let's get the chainsaw. Yeah.
I mean, I guess if you were an ice sculptor, you'd keep a chainsaw in the kitchen, but... Or would you? I don't actually know.
We can use the chainsaw. Oh, it's out of gas. So the funny joke about this is there's another game. I can't recall the name of it, but it actually has the gas canister. And it's a PC game. So this game was also on the PC, so... I don't think they interact, but I think that's supposed to be the joke, is the chainsaw's in one game and the gas canister's in the other. Alright, so let's get everything in the fridge, like broken bottles of ketchup. Clicking.
I was gonna say, I just hear a click, 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 click.
Yeah, I
click.
know. We'll get the can of Pepsi. Lettuce. I actually can use my Nintendo controller on the Retron, but unfortunately the cord doesn't reach considering where I'm set up, so... Get old batteries.
I think I saw a wireless adapter for the original Nintendo controllers.
They make them, yeah. Get cheese. But, I mean, I might as well use this controller, because it actually has save state buttons, so... I might end up using it just because I can. Ah, yes, old Nintendo graphics coming through an HDMI converter. I don't know if it's going to show up in the video, I apologize. Get old rotting turkey. Let's just carry around everything we find, because this is an adventure game. If it's not nailed down, I want it.
Maniac or not, there are still standards. I mean, come on, you can't keep rotting turkeys on the table. Clean that stuff up.
Gee, I'm hungry. So, that's a warning to get out of the kitchen if you're in it. And if you are anywhere in between where he's going and where he is, he will catch you and throw you in the dungeon. So he actually does follow a path. He doesn't just appear in places, which I think is kind of cool. Alright, let's get more stuff to loot. Get fruit drinks. Get canned goods. Get glass jar. Oh. Dum de dum dum dum. Hey, where's the cheese? Haha, I took it. I took your cheese, good sir. I moved your cheese.
But is
I've
he a
actually
good
read-
sir?
I actually read that book, Who Moved My Cheese. Get glass jar. Get... Tentacle chow. Tentacle chow. Interesting. Get... Bottle of developer. Now, for any of my younger viewers, if you don't know what a bottle of developer is, it's a bottle of chemicals used for film development.
Oh, okay. I didn't know what it was.
Whoops! I dropped the bottle of developer on the ground. Good job, Bernard. It doesn't matter who you are, you'll always drop it on the ground, so...
I thought it was like a bottle made up of like game developers. I'm like, what?
No! Are you serious? You didn't know what it was?
No, I mean, developer to me, I mean, I'm a software developer. I hear developer, that's what I think.
I think you can turn on the faucet, actually.
I'm like those monsters. They, ground up poor software developers into powder or something.
Yeah, if you turn the music, the music turns on and off with the faucet. There's also a microwave oven here, which I'll show off later, trust me. Alright, I'm gonna pause here for now in the video, and we'll keep exploring the mansion next time. Bye for now.
Bye, guys.